Go.
Going.
Go.
Go. Gone.
What?
Yet, huh? Hey!
Hey.
Welcome to episode 10 of Please Stand By. This one is titled Flashing Back. And tonight we are doing our usual show, which is about everything and nothing all at once. Tonight with me is the cream in my Twinkie, the egg in my drop soup, the steam in my boat whistle, Mr. Ferg Ferguson.
Hi, Kevin. How's Kevin?
How are you?
I'm good.
Tonight, you saw my shirt, right?
I did, yes. Atari Entertainment Technologies. Very nice.
Well, I don't know if you've heard of this gaming system.
Maybe.
It's a really cool gaming system. I highly suggest you try it out. It came out when you and I were kids.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know much about it.
I don't know
And if
where I
you really
was.
want to, if you really want to know anything about it, there's this kid named Jose who made this incredible spreadsheet.
Okay.
You should go check it out.
All right.
But I figured for tonight, a great way to start the show, our own little before the theme song skit, vignette, if you will, is the IGN.com's top 10 best-selling Atari games of all time.
Really?
And I wanted to a quiz for you,
Oh, boy.
10 to 1.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I'm playing the sound of that Atari game, and you have to guess what it is
All right.
within 5 seconds
Oh,
of my
great.
counting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Number 10.
Space Invaders.
Very good. You got that in 1.78 seconds.
Okay.
You ready for number 9?
I'm ready.
Number 9.
Kaboom.
Wow! You're doing great.
Thank you.
You are doing great. Number 8.
Oh, gosh.
Do you want another chance? You can try again in 3 seconds or less.
I have no idea what that is. It sounds familiar. I'm sure
It does?
I've already done it on the show, too.
You might have. Would you like the 3 second?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, my gosh. I have no idea.
Number 8 is River Raid, where we're looking for River Raid.
River Raid, okay.
Number 7.
Adventure.
You didn't even have, that was almost a second. First sound that came to your ear.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Oh my gosh.
2, 1. I gave you a little extra time because it doesn't really it doesn't start off right away. Would you like a hint? And
Yeah.
I'll play it again.
All right.
It was featured in the movie The Abyss.
That's not me.
It's named after an ocean, or the ocean is named after this.
What? Oh, Atlantis. Oh, my God.
There you go.
Oh man. I would give me a pass on that one. That didn't
I'll
count.
give you a pass. But that
no,
is,
I mean, don't give me the credit for that one.
don't give you the.
No.
Okay, then. All right. Self-abuse. We can do that.
We're doing that. We just recorded an Atari Visions about Atlantis, and I've been editing the show and putting the sounds in there. I didn't know it.
That'll teach you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Number 5.
E.T.
Good job. That was in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm counting in my head for those at home playing the home game. Here is number 4.
Demon Attack.
You did quite great. This is awesome. So you've heard of this system. Okay, number 2. Oh, no, number three.
Missile command.
Dude, this is pretty awesome. Okay, number 2. This one, I can't imagine you not getting it within 5 milliseconds.
Pitfall.
Are you on IGN.com?
No, I'm not.
All right, and the number 1.
Pac-Man.
Let me know when you're having a parade. I'm going to bring my sprinkler.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please.
please take your seats.
Please stand by.
The show is about to begin.
Please.
We hope you enjoy the show.
Please stand by.
Now, your host, Zero and Frank.
Well, Ferg,
Kevin.
welcome to episode 10.
Episode 10. That means we're legal. Not
means
legal.
we're
But that means we're a legitimate podcast at episode 10.
We are illegitimate.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Legitimate.
Oh, I am so glad. That's a much kinder word than what I had said. So, as we know, as we both know, there are 5 things that we go down. Actually 6, but no, 5. That's right, with an ending song.
Right.
See, this right here, I have taped to my speaker over here the original Post-it that Joe and I made when we started this.
That's nice.
So I always look over at it, and then it has 1 through 4, and then number 5 was the ending song, and underneath I wrote "Heard Any Music," which is something I think started with you, or did I do that with Sean?
I think you might have done it with Sean first.
That's right.
I don't know.
I can't
Come
remember.
on, dude.
Well, what happened?
He's riding the mini bike.
Do you want to go talk to him?
No, I don't do that.
You don't?
No.
You don't confront people that...
No. I stay as far away from confrontation as possible.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. If we ever meet, we've got to go out, and we're going to have some fun.
No.
Today, real quick before we get started with anything exciting.
Okay.
And I'm ready to put my finger on that button. But
All right.
I got to tell you, my wife got a letter from the doctor's office. Tell me what you think of this. I'm not reading it verbatim. I'm reading it for mindem.
Okay.
From what I heard. It said, "Dear Shelley, you have missed 3 appointments in the last 6 months. You have failed to meet your obligation of showing up to an appointment." It said that. You have failed to meet your obligation of showing up to your appointment. Our staff works hard at being here on time for your health. Can you please... if you... something like this at the end. Not can you please, forget that. In the future, if you call out again for another appointment, within the 24-hour mark... you might have to consider getting another physician.
What?
Now, who works for who? Do we work for the doctors, or do the doctors work for us?
Right.
This is confrontation. So my first words were explicit, and I told Shelley, I said, "Give me the phone number. I want to call that woman." And he's a family show, kinda.
Yeah.
Blocking my mouth.
You can say
But
whatever
man,
you want. I don't mind.
I cannot believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I called her names that you normally don't even call body parts unless you're really angry. And it was, I couldn't believe it. How dare you say to anybody, what if my wife was an 80-year-old woman? Because then that would have made me 50. And she's going to hate that part. And she's an 80-year-old woman, and she gets a letter like that. You fail to show up for your...
Yeah.
And then she dies of heart failure. Do you feel guilty for writing the letter in the first place?
Right.
Ridiculous.
I mean, how long does she have to wait when she goes to the doctor's office past her appointment time?
Exactly. Thank you. You don't like confrontation, but you know how to handle those situations.
Right.
You would calmly handle that in a way, knowing you like I know you. I think you would handle that in a calm fashion.
I don't know.
You wouldn't go up and go, excuse me, I was here going on 4 hours now. Or would you be like, what the?
I don't. Oh, if I was waiting,
Let's say you were waiting an hour and a half.
I don't do anything.
What? You're kidding.
No,
Oh my gosh. 30 minutes and I start throwing a fit.
I'm not. Like that. Not like that.
I
at all.
have to because, and again, it's the type of work. It's that whole thing falling under. The same thing with banks. The banks work for me. I don't work for the banks.
Right.
And when they start getting crappy, I mean, I can understand credit card payments not being made or
Yeah.
your checking account is constantly below balance. That is fine. Ring me through the ringer. But harassing me over mistakes that they made and things like that, no. And the same thing with the doctor. If I don't show up for something, especially with my illness,
Right.
having MS, if I'm not showing up that day, I'm not showing up that day, and I don't want to hear anything different. My wife has fibromyalgia. If she don't want to show up that day, she ain't showing up that day.
Right.
Gets me talking in an accent. I don't like that. All right, enough babbling.
Hey Ferg, anything exciting?
You almost spit your water out there or whatever.
Well, I'm going to see my mom in a couple of weeks.
That's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen. When the last time I saw? Oh, it was earlier this year. We went. I went to Arizona. They live in Arizona now.
Yeah.
And I went to visit them. We actually went to San Diego. Did a couple day trip to San Diego, which was cool. I'd never been to San Diego before. And
man.
she is coming to help with my sister's move. So,
Yeah.
So she'll be here for a few days before they move to Tennessee, and we're gonna spend a couple days with them.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and she's actually going to Poland this year too, which I was hoping to go, but I'm not able to go, unfortunately.
Have you ever gone to Poland before?
Yeah, I was 6 when I went. Yeah.
Do you remember much
Yeah.
of it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
yeah. I had a good time. I would like to go, but I would like to go with my mom and her sister, my aunt, because I don't speak Polish,
Yeah. They do?
and they do. Yeah. Yeah.
And they're fluent?
Probably not as much as they were, but yeah, they can. A lot better than me at any rate.
Yeah.
So
That would be awesome, and especially to see a country that that's your blood.
yeah.
Definitely. What about Scotland? Because you're also Scottish, right?
I have never been there either. That was the plan. They were going to go to Scotland and to Poland,
Oh,
but
man.
now they're just going to Poland.
That would be awesome, though.
Yeah,
Call
bring my kilt with me, and
It always sounds like... I wish they came up with a better name. It sounds so evil.
yeah, well,
It's like a past tense thing. And wear my past tense murder dress.
it's very hot. A lot of fabric.
Oh, I thought you meant sexy.
No. Well, if you don't wear any underwear, I guess.
And speaking of which, I got to show you something.
Oh gosh.
Just wearing underwear, man. It's hot in here. And my do-rag because it's hot. And
Yeah.
we have no air conditioning here yet. So, but
It's
so
coming.
that was my exciting thing to show you.
The audience didn't get much out of that.
No, that's true. If you want photos, please email instrumentally@gmail.com. For 5x7s, that's $14.99. For 5x9s, I have 2 exciting things to talk about, which have nothing to do with me, but they're very interesting things.
Okay.
And one of them has to do with our friend Sean Johnson.
Right.
Sean Johnson does the Throwback Reviews podcast, the Average Runner podcast.
Yes.
And has been a friend of ours for a couple of years, for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And same.
Yeah.
And but they did an interview with him about his running and his family and his health and the way that he keeps himself going and what he does and how he stays fit. And it's like an interview about his everything, and it
Right.
was really good.
I'll have to check it out. I heard him talk about it on the Average Runner podcast, but usually when I'm at work and I make a mental note to check things later and not a physical
Same.
note, then I always forget. So I'll
Same
have to check
here.
it out.
Yeah, I try to write things down, but I'm normally driving, so I can't.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, I gotta do that.
Please don't do that. Yeah.
But check them out.
This show can be found at www.dizuns.com/Sean Johnson. Check this shiz out, my hizzy wizzy. You will love this shiznit. Yeah, yo, dog.
But yes, please check it out. It's really good. Number 2 on the list of things exciting. You sound like my wife when she sings. Women, can I have your attention, please?
Okay.
This I got from my good friend and I call her my sister because we are like brother and sister. Her name is Spirit. She's one of my friends who is Native American, and she's awesome. And so, women, have you ever heard of undercover colors? No, Rob, I mean you. But you're not women.
Well, I'm not women. No, I have not. No.
Undercover Colors, wait till you check this out. This is going to be very, very, very cool. Undercover Colors is from Raleigh, North Carolina. It's technology started up by these gentlemen who created a nail polish that changes color when it comes in contact with a date rape drug in a drink.
No way!
So you put on this nail polish and it's like pink, and you're at a party or something and you're not sure about the guy you're with and you're drinking, you can stick your finger into the drink and it'll change colors if there's any substances in it that will make you drugged up.
Cool.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That's very awesome.
Yeah, she was just telling me about that today. I was like, you know what? I'm recording a show tonight and I want to tell the world about that because I think that is so cool. So, yeah, it's called Undercover Colors. And you can find it at www.undercovercolors.com. I just thought that was too cool not to mention.
Yeah. Very cool.
And I guess men could use it too because you never know what your wives are doing. Just do your pinky though, because that's the cool thing now. Don't guys do their pinky to show that they're like manly enough to do it or something?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Did you?
Yes. I grew my.
I did not expect that answer.
I grew my pinky nail, and I used to color it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Penn Jillette did it. I was a
That's
big Penn
right.
Jillette fan. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can't sit here and judge because I did the same thing. But I did, in my 80s metal days, I did my middle finger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just because it was the longest and I could look up things in dictionaries.
Hey, Ferg.
Hey.
Heard any news?
I have. It's kind of sad news, and it's kind of something that is up your alley, Kevin. Horror.
Excuse me?
Horror movies and heavy metal music.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Christopher Lee passed away yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Yesterday. I think it was, I'm not sure of the date, but yes, it was within the last 3 days.
But yeah, that guy pretty much kicked ass his whole life.
Yeah, he did.
I remember when I was a kid, I was really big into horror movies, the old black and white horror movies, and he did a lot of the Hammer films, I think, right? The Dracula?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
those
he
were
did.
Hammer films, weren't they? From Britain?
I don't know exactly what you mean, and I'm stupid with that.
I don't either. I think I don't know if it's a director or what, but I just know that they're British Hammer horror films. I'm pretty sure.
Van Hammer? Is it, or am I thinking of a German metal singer? Go on.
I don't know.
Go on.
But anyway, and then I think I know him most from Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He played, who did he play in Star Wars? I can't remember now.
He did, he was one of the guys in the thing that goes, the rebels, they're here. No, he did something more than that. He played Count Dooku.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I am so surprised I knew that.
Yeah.
I would pull back curtain and say that I have show notes right here telling me what he did, but then I'll edit that out.
But he was in Lord of the Rings, played Saruman in Lord of the Rings, and I just found out recently that he recorded a couple of heavy metal albums. I think more than a couple, right?
Yeah, and they were all about Charlemagne.
And they were really good.
And they were.
Yes.
He sang some like death metal in some of them.
It was really cool. You can find that stuff on YouTube. It's very, very awesome. But he lived a full life. He was in his 92, right?
93 years old when
93.
he passed. He was part of a secret agent unit called the Ministry of Ungentlemanly That's a word I can't say. Ungentlemanly. Help me there, Ferg.
Ungentlemanly.
Warfare. And he was part of that league.
Is that a real thing?
It was I guess it was a thing in World War II because he hunted Nazis in World War II under this thing. He was told by Peter Jackson to imagine how a man being stabbed in the back sounds, and he told Peter Jackson, "I don't have to imagine it; it's happened to me."
Oh, man,
I know this guy is awesome. There's more. He's fluent. Wait till this list. He was fluent in English, Italian, French, German, Spanish, moderately proficient in Swedish, Russian, Greek, and could hold conversations in Mandarin Chinese.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then underneath this whole list, it says at the bottom, now let's see Chuck Norris do that.
Right.
He was a Bond villain. He played Sherlock, and he also played Mycroft Holmes. Who's Mycroft Holmes?
His brother, Sherlock's brother.
So he's done both.
Wow.
He played Death. He played Lucifer. He played Count.
Yeah.
We could go on. He's done everything.
Yeah. Toast to Christopher Lee.
Right here, brother.
Right here.
Bless you, Chris. Sir.
Godspeed.
Surly.
Surly. How about your news, Kevin?
Oh.
I'm assuming that was one of your news items.
Yeah, let me delete that one.
Okay.
I've got a couple of them, and I'll go through mine quick because I always put up some that are just goofy and funny, and I thought this would get your goat, and I hope that you would. I'll shut up. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Overton, Texas. Kids' lemonade stand shut down Monday after police say it needs a permit to operate. Your thoughts?
Really?
Does that fall in the what the hell
permit?
department?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Everybody did that kind of stuff when you were kids. You didn't need a permit for that.
2 girls set up their stand to raise money for Father's Day gift. Quote, unquote, we didn't tell them to shut down. We just asked that they get a permit, Overton Police Officer Chief Clyde Carter told the news.
How much is a permit, did they say?
No, and if they did, I didn't look it up. But I bet you $100. It's got to be at least $100, 50
Really?
to 100. Anything for the city.
Yeah.
Goodness. Number 2. Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, seriously?
Have you heard about this? Competitive.
Yes.
All right. There was a letter that was sent back to Kevin, nickname L.A. Beast, Strail, or Strawley, I guess. He posted a letter he received from PepsiCo on social media stating that Crystal Pepsi will be coming back soon. It was I forget what got their attention about this in the first place, and I didn't research like a good boy, but the letter says, on June 8th, 2015, Dear Mr. Beast, they actually called him by his nickname.
Right.
Your love of Pepsi is clear, crystal clear, period. The passion you've shown for Crystal Pepsi is unmatched, and we love it, exclamation point. We had customers ask us to bring back their favorite products before, but never with your level of enthusiasm and humor. We're lucky to have a Pepsi superfan like you on our side. We definitely hear you and your followers, and we think you'll be happy with what's in store. Stay tuned. Love, Pepsi. It's a letter he received. Can you believe it?
Did you have Crystal Pepsi? Did you ever have it?
I had it a long time ago, and I just remember it tasted like Pepsi without any color, right?
It wasn't even that good. It was awful.
It was like sugar water.
Yeah, it wasn't as awful as Kona Pepsi. Did you ever have that? Oh,
no.
That stuff was nasty. Nasty. Coffee-flavored Pepsi.
Oh!
It was awful.
But I'm curious, but no. Pepsi's
No.
already thick enough.
Crystal Pepsi, I'm a Coke guy, but I don't drink soda anymore, so I don't have a dog in this fight, really.
Oh, that's right, because of the things we spoke about in last week's.
Yeah.
How you doing in there?
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Me too.
How you doing?
I'm hanging fine.
How you doing, Kevin?
Low to the left.
Okay. All right.
Chris Helmsworth, the actor cast in the upcoming Paul Frigg directed.
Paul
I'm
Feig?
sorry. I'm sorry, Feig. I don't know why I said Frig. Directed Ghostbusters film. Chris Helmsworth is going to play the secretary to all the women who are playing the roles of this movie, which I wish never to come out. Yes.
Why?
I don't want girls being busters.
Oh, come on.
You know what it's going to be? Butt shot after boob shot after butt shot.
You don't know that.
Are you kidding? Kristen Wiig is in it.
So, what does that mean?
Boobs and butt. Okay, I'll go on to the next one. I'm through. Oh, it's time for a commercial break.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this break.
My mama always said life was like a bunch of podcasts. You never know what you're gonna get. Those must be comfortable headphones. I bet you could listen all day with headphones like that and hear everything. I wish I had headphones like that.
My ears hurt.
Mom always said that you could tell a lot by a person by their headphones. What kind of show do you like? What have you been listening to? I've worn lots of headphones. I bet if I thought about it really hard, I could remember my first pair of headphones. Mama said they'd take me anywhere. Like Terminator Land, where you could get plenty of shows. Why don't you go visit there? At www.terminator.wordpress.com. You can also find him on iTunes. Because when he's sitting at home, Terminator is recording.
Go to Zerbinator Land for all your podcasting needs. Enjoy!
And now back to Please Stand By. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Hey Ferg, seen any movies?
I don't know if this counts as a movie or not, but we did watch Kung Fury last night.
Same choice, brother. Same choice. And your thoughts?
that was your choice too.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it. Beautiful.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. Isn't it great? Yeah. Well,
it kind of lost steam a little bit for me towards the end. I mean, even if it was only half an hour long, 32 minutes, something like that, but still,
yeah.
There was so much in it that I think it just kind of, I don't know, it got a little too crazy at the end, I think.
What did you think of, what do they call him?
Hacker Man?
Well, Hacker Man was awesome.
Yeah. Was it the same guy as Kung Fury?
No, Hacker Man is actually this bigwig model in Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you check the cast, I forgot who plays him. I don't have the cast notes here, but the gentleman who plays him is a very highly paid and super sexy Swedish male. There.
I'll take your word for that one.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
I see. The main guy? I can't remember his name. Is he Swedish too? Is it a Swedish?
Yeah, he's the writer director. David Sandberg actually is the one who wrote that.
Now, where's he from?
Sweden.
He is from Sweden. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Definitely had the.
It's kind of Swedish.
Yeah. Definitely had the Charlie Sheen vibe going on there.
Oh yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
I understand that you do not like the singer of one of the songs in the movie. Are you not a Hasselhoffer?
I used to be a Hasselhoffer, and I thought I was not really. Once I saw that, that's what I guess kept me from watching it because I'm not a big fan of his now.
Yeah,
I mean, I loved Knight Rider when I was a kid.
Yeah,
but then when he was the voice of the car, I thought that was hilarious. Spoilers, people. But I like the song. I like the song at the end very much. It was good.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he was auto-tuned within an inch of his life, but it was still good.
That's because he can't sing anymore.
Yeah, I imagine.
That's why.
Too many cheeseburgers on the floor there.
Way too many. Too many German bulls killed for his appetite. This movie is streaming for free online for those who want to see it.
YouTube. I saw it on YouTube.
go to YouTube, go to kungfury.com. It's a movie about Miami Police Department detective and martial artist Kung Fury, and his name is Kung Fury.
Right.
Travels back in time from the 80s to World War II to kill Adolf Hitler.
Right.
A.K.A. Kung Fuhrer.
That was hilarious.
And avenge or revenge his friend's death from the hands of the Nazi leader. Well, an error in the time machine causes him to go way back to the Viking Age.
Yeah.
And he has to start from there and make his way back to World War II and then back to us in the 80s. But this is actually just part of a future movie that's going to be coming out when the whole movie is completed. So this is...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's why if you remember, and for those who don't want to know this part, close your ears now. That's why you see Hitler at the end in New York City. Because he's made it there now, so they're going to fight there. Okay, unplug your ears. and that's why. So yeah, it is going to be a much longer. It was a Kickstarter project,
right? I saw that in the credits, like 17,000 Kickstarter backers or something like that.
Yeah. So the movie's all paid for, and they even have a video game out now called Kung Fury Street Rage for all operating
the unicorn.
systems. Yes, and you got to check it out. It's awesome. It's just awesome. And we have a surprise at the end of the show tonight from a really good friend of mine, actually, who helps me in other ways, but I'll save that for later.
Okay.
Hey Ferg, have any show and tell?
I do have show and tell. When I was a kid, we can you hold on a second? The cat is stuck and she's getting a little upset.
Oh no, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
Absolutely. While Ferg is gone, I'm going to take this time to tell you guys how much Ferg means to me. There are days when I'm feeling blue, and I sing songs like this. So I think I sing songs sometimes while Ferg's gone, and I go, Ferguson.
What are you doing?
Ferguson, Ferg, come home.
What are you playing?
Oh, headphones. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know that he was back. Hey, you're singing too?
No, I'm not singing.
I sang a song about how much you meant to me and how I wanted you to come back home.
I heard the come back home part.
Oh, good. You made it. Yeah, Ferg plays guitar too. Everyone. He has an acoustic.
Not very well.
Yeah, you do.
I have a telly too.
You have a telly?
Yeah.
So your show and tell was your cat that was stuck in the hall?
No, she wasn't stuck. She was just trying to get out of the room, and she doesn't know how to open the door. She just knows how to close the door.
I can't close it anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so when I was a kid in high school, we got into Dungeons and Dragons a little bit, and we never really played it right.
I didn't either, and I know exactly what you mean.
I don't think anybody did, really.
No.
Maybe not in the mid-'80s, but we had a good time playing D&D, and I still have my old stuff. And actually, we just started playing again recently.
Oh, nice.
Sarah and I play with my brother-in-law and my niece, and our friend is the Dungeon Master, so it's fun.
Yeah?
We're having a good time. And I have my original dice here that I bought let's see, I think it was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. There was a blue box and a red box.
Uh-huh.
And those came out in the 80s at some point, and I bought those. And these dice came with it. I don't know if you'll be able to see the dice. They're like,
oh, man.
I guess, primary colors, and it's got a little holder and a little spot for a pencil inside.
Gee, and that's the original 80s setup right there.
Yes. I think there was a extra one that was added. Was it a 4-sided dice, I think they made since then? I don't have one of those. My original books that I bought.
Kind of remember seeing that.
The Monster Manual.
Yes.
Yeah. And this was the reprints of the
that I remember as well.
Yeah, the Monster Manual 2. I also have the Player's Handbook, and I can't remember anything about any of this stuff.
And that I don't even
It's
remember seeing
It's
before.
so much different. And in some of these books, I have some of my original papers and stuff. Like, I was a big fan of Mazes of Monsters, the movie with Tom Hanks in it. Speaking of
Yes.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And I played a cleric that was named Pardue. And I still play a cleric named Pardue now. This is my original Pardue player sheet from the 80s.
My gosh.
Yeah.
That is too awesome. It looks brand new, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been in this book for, I guess, since the 80s, really.
Gosh, I wish I had stuff that I had back in the 80s.
I have a few things, but...
A few?
Yeah.
Look behind you, Ferg.
Oh, these are all bought after the fact.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, come on, man. You've got a wall of nostalgia.
I had 17 Atari games, 2600 games, and that was the only system we had.
Oh, goodness.
But there's obviously more than 17 back there.
There is. Well, I'm going to get you my show and tell.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. You can sing a song if you want while I'm going.
Nope. I'm good.
Don't look up my shorts.
Oh, God.
Did you sing?
Nope.
All right. So this is this is it. This right here is what I got. Check her out. Isn't she great? You blow it up.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead, tell them what it is.
It's a woman in a bikini in a some sort of inflatable lounge pool thing.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, I was completely misdirected. No.
Lady not included, Kevin.
Oh. Well, that explains why it looks like this then. But no, Shelly got us this for the lake.
Okay.
And if you'll give me about 5-10 minutes.
You're going to blow all that up by yourself in 5 or 10 minutes?
No, I'd pass out. But no,
Yeah,
Shelly blew hers up. And just leave it there. Leave it. Leave it. Drop it. Good boy. I've never seen someone look so innocent in my life. She went in the lake with it, and
Oh, yeah?
And she sat down. She said, "This is comfortable.
Yeah.
How the hell do I get out of it?"
Oh, because your drink.
and that's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
And it's also 3 feet like deep in the beginning of our lake, and then it goes out into 30 feet. You know.
Wow.
So she was in the 3 feet deep going, I can't get up, help me. So I threw an extension cord to save her life. Because I didn't want to get my feet wet. So I got her back. And it was fun. I was trying to pull her towards the dock and get her underneath the dock. She's like, stop it. I can't get Paddle, honey, paddle. But yeah, so that's what we got. That's my show and tell.
Cool.
It's cool. She got me the color orange for MS.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Is that the
That's the MS
the
color.
bow? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so when I'm out there, everybody look at that and go, that kid shouldn't be in something 30 feet in deep water. Because there ain't no way how he's going to paddle himself back if that thing deflates. That's what this says to the world. Can you do we'll be back right after these messages? And
after these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, do your after this messages. We'll be right back again.
I just did it. I got to do it again?
Yeah, because I yapped over it.
Well, you're not yapping over... all right.
I thought you didn't like confrontation. Then sing the damn song.
I don't like either.
What's that? You don't like singing?
No, not in front of people.
Oh, well then turn around.
See, now I'm on the spot. I can't do it.
Well, then do something in a sexy after these messages. We'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
God help me.
I'm Zurbanator. I do a bunch of podcast shows. All consist of things to make you happy. And some are of movies. And Some are of retro days of then, and some are of some spookiness, like being back from the dead. So I wanna tell you that they can be found online. They are totally free, they will not cost you a dime. Go to Zerbinator.wordpress.com and find everything just fine. And on iTunes you can also subscribe. Try my best to get the shows out on time. Some of the guests are some good friends of mine. Friends of mine. Friends of mine.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I love that.
Oh,
that was great.
You should play the Portal game. At the end of the Portal game, that's where that song appears. And when you
I think I've heard the song.
Yeah.
I think.
Jonathan Colton wrote it.
Oh, okay. That's how I know that, yeah.
And that's how I can get away with it, because his music, thank God, is all Creative Commons.
Creative Commons, right.
As long as you give him credit, which I just did.
Right. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir, for that song, too, because it is a beautiful song. He's a great songwriter. He really is.
Yeah.
Hey Ferg, heard any music?
I have heard music, and I will tell you about it now.
Yay!
Well, it's boring Beatles stuff, as I still listen to the Beatles a lot.
No. Beatles music is never boring.
Okay.
Never. And those of you who don't like the Beatles, I'm going to go out on a very big limb here, and you better turn this podcast off.
No. People are allowed to not like it. If I was in my 20s, I was like that, but it's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Ferg spoke. Go ahead, Ferg.
But anyway...
but I'm watching you.
When I lived in New Jersey, our library, for some reason, there was a EP collection that Capitol put out in America, but it was a British EP collection. Mm-hmm. And they put out, Parlophone, put out EPs in addition to the albums and the singles. The idea with the albums and the singles were the singles would not be songs that were on the albums.
No, I'm kidding.
But the EPs they were songs taken from, I guess, like album samplers.
Okay.
EPs didn't really do anything here.
Right.
They only put out 2 or 3 of them here, but they put out a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to that collection. I had, shall we say, not purloined, but borrowed them from the library, and now they're on my iPod.
Whoops!
Yeah,
I've tripped that way before.
Back at that point in I think the early '90s, that was the only way you can get some of these songs in mono, the original mono mixes.
And sometimes it sounds much better.
Sometimes it does, yeah. And sometimes different.
Yeah.
Also, so. It ranges up to Rubber Soul, from the first album up to Rubber Soul, and then there's the Magical Mystery Tour EP, and that was in mono and stereo on this collection. There also was a bonus disc that had stereo songs that had not been mixed to stereo until then.
How does it feel to hear it in stereo after getting so used to it in mono? I want to know your take on that.
Some of it is... I think I prefer the mono versions.
Exactly, yeah.
But I grew up with the stereo versions.
So it's nothing like tremendously like, holy crap, what a difference. It's like,
well, no, some of them are. Like if you listen to Revolution, the mono version is much, much better.
Yeah.
It's just more powerful to me.
Well, it's just, I agree with you just because of the fact that it's... you don't have everything flying around left and right to take your focus away from the idea of the song. Does that make sense?
I mean, back then, the stereo separation was so severe. I mean, you had a couple of the Beatles albums, all the music was in one channel, all the vocals were in the other channel.
Exactly.
You don't have that now. You barely have any stereo separation now.
Well, I was going to say, unless people are trying to get that sound that they had back when the Beatles would do that.
Right. I mean, I think you get more stereo separation from a TV show or a movie than you get from a song nowadays.
Yeah, that is true. Everybody wants to try to keep it really condensed.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well,
how about you?
I have been listening to Ozzy Osbourne.
Have you really?
And today was the day I got sick of it.
Oh.
But for a week, I have all of the albums on one disc. I took all of the Ozzy Osbournes and put it onto one MP3 disc. And I've been noticing one thing. Are you at all an Ozzy Osbourne, not really fan, but a listener? Because I can't really say I'm like a huge fan. I have a lot of respect for him, being so old and still going out there and like rocking his head off. But I'm not like a massive Ozzy fan.
I have the first Black Sabbath album. I like that.
Yeah. And I respect that. I don't have... Do I have it? I might have it. And not album. I just have the rip from... it went from the library, accidentally fell into my Samsung. So
that does happen from time to time.
It's like a hiccup, fart in my machine. Don't know. I promised I would not push a fart button tonight. Last episode, too many fart buttons. This episode is fart free.
Okay.
All right. So I've been listening to Ozzy Osbourne, and I noticed that the album, The Ultimate Sin, which came out in the 80s, which to me is my Ozzy album. That's mine because it came out in the 80s, and Shot in the Dark, if you remember. Shot in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
One step away from you.
Right.
All right. He always does that. Every song. You always hear all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's his thing. But the album Ultimate Sin, he sings as if he's like, Thank God for the Bomb. Thank God for the bomb. It's almost like a falsetto before singing a high note.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought of one serious thing and then one stupid thing. The serious thing would have to be that Randy Rhoads passed away not too far from the Ultimate Sin album that I can remember.
Okay.
Randy Rhoads being his first guitarist on Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, and then Randy passed away. And then came Ultimate Sin. So I don't know if he was still mourning the fact that he had to play with a new guitarist mentally. And he came out singing like a preteen, pubescent kid.
Oh, okay.
And it came out really bad. Or he just wasn't in the mood to record a new album. And judging by the music that's on that album, when you listen to it now, it was like he was forced to do an album. He had to do an album. I don't know. But you didn't hear it.
I haven't heard that album. Shot in the Dark sounds familiar.
Yeah, Shot in the Dark made radio
I'm pretty
play.
sure I've heard that, yeah.
That's the only one that made it. And then I listened all the way up to the latest album, and it's weird how now he's being auto-tuned to death, but there's
really?
a song he did on a record, a couple records back, or a record back, called Scream. I love that song.
Yeah.
Scream when you want to. And then hear him go, and now I want to hear you scream. But he goes like really high.
Right.
It's really cool for Ozzy. So I'm like, I'll scream. And I'm in my car going, Well, Ferg.
But let me ask you something first.
Okay, because I almost pressed a button which makes me cry.
Ozzy Osbourne related.
No, I'd never seen him at any of my reunions.
No.
Wait, bad joke.
A number of years ago, I heard Dweezil Zappa did a cover of "Staying Alive."
Yeah,
and Ozzy Osbourne sang. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I have heard that.
Okay.
And he did a really good job.
He did all aboard the disco train.
I remember.
And there was some problem where they couldn't put it out or something. They couldn't get permission from Ozzy's record company or something, so he re-recorded it with Donny Osmond singing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That, and then there's the Blizzard of Oz was redone. The entire album was redone because of the fact that in a contract, his wife, I'll try to make a really long story short. The original band members were going to be paid for any sales except for digital. Blizzard of Oz became an MP3 sale and a CD sale, and the original musicians didn't get paid. They sued Ozzy and, the company run by Sharon. Sharon owns the company. And turned into Forrest Gump there. That was weird. Sharon. And so what they did was they hired the Metallica bassist and another drummer, the drummer from Faith No More, came in and re-recorded all of the parts for the drummer and the bassist. And this way, the original drummer and bassist don't have to get paid because they aren't on the new release of the album. And they stopped releasing the. Isn't that's crap? So maybe that's why that's what Ozzy did to get back at Staying Alive people.
Oh gosh,
that's
crazy.
I know, it's just a crazy story. What a business! What a business where you stab people in the. So now I don't like Ozzy again. I wasted a whole week
Sorry.
listening to You ever hear his defense on that?
No.
I took my right. Sharon.
So now I got to press the sad button.
Okay.
Hey Ferg, it's time to go.
Oh.
You hear my cat?
No.
He waits till now to go, meow. It's time to go, Ferg.
Yeah.
Tonight we do have a beautiful ending song. We're going to play Manolis Mumazias' Downtown. Manolis Mumazias is a friend of mine, a brother of mine. Every song that you hear on the 80 to 89 podcast is performed by Manolis Mumazias, and he was gracious enough to let me use every single song from his album Date, which can be found on his website, IamManolis.com, and that's IamManolis.com.
Right.
And his song Downtown is in the Hackerman's hacking tutorial.
I saw that.
How to hack back in time.
That's awesome.
And it's a song off the Date album called Wave, which I use in the opener for 80 to 89 when I introduce the guest and Throwback Network and everything else. But yes, please check out his albums. He is an incredible musician. He just released a new album called Mind Game. It's a 4-song EP that I love dearly. Along with him, I love him dearly, so please check him out. And I can't thank him enough. Jerry, come here and say hi to... We're going to have Jerry say hi to you, and then I'll... Jerry. Come here. Say hi to Ferg.
Hi, Jerry.
Look. Who's that?
Jerry. Oh, Jerry's so cute.
You gonna... Yeah.
Oh, Jerry's like, I don't want to be on your podcast.
You don't like being recorded?
No? Bye, Jerry.
Why? Give me a kiss before you go.
Oh, boy, they love that so much.
Do you love me? Do you love me?
No.
Say goodbye.
Oh.
All right, so from both of us, from you and me, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Anytime. I cannot wait for number 11.
All right.
And so from the Please Stand By Studios, this is Ferg saying...
Cowabunga. I mean, bye.
That means bye. And until we meet again, cowabunga. I don't know how that would go.
Urbanator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.Zurbanator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zurbanatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.
Sorry I rained on your parade, Kevin.
No, that's funny. It was a perfect way. I always like the funny. Bring the funny. I don't care. That's the kind of ball busting I like. So theme song right after that.
Mini bike at the moment. You hear
Mini
that?
bike? I thought I heard something.
Yeah.
I thought it was here.
Sorry.
Oh, man. No, don't worry. That's fine.